Alright, hello and welcome to another Premier League match week predictions. I've got a couple of things to go over before we head in. Number one, I'm sorry about last week's one being so late. I did record them last weekend, but I've had family, I've had the new job that I've been working at. It's been busy. So, yeah, sorry it's taken so long to upload them, but they're up on the channel. This one will be recorded Friday night, but I'm going to try and get it up tomorrow sometime, which will be Saturday, obviously. I know the Leeds and the Newcastle game is going on right now, and it's 1-1 at the moment in that, and I'm hoping it stays 1-1 because that's my prediction for that one. We'll go in depth for the predictions in a little second, just a little tease there. It is obviously the West Ham and Man United game we're going to be watching happen because I'm a United fan, and I don't really care about the kits too much because I won't be playing. There was another thing actually I had to talk about. Yeah, I've got something like I got a lump in my mouth. It's nothing serious. It's gonna go down over the next few days, but if I sound any different or if I come out sounding any different, then that's why. If my voice is a little different, it's because I got a lump in my mouth, and it's slowly going down, but it's been painful the past week. So it's been a hard week, to put it like just short, really. It's been a hard week. But anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop talking. Well, for this bit anyway, stop talking about what's going on outside of FIFA, and we're gonna go into this and let it occur. See if we get what we got with the last simulation. If you didn't watch the last simulation, then go back and watch it. The game itself is funny. You don't have to listen to all the predictions if you don't want to, because obviously the week has happened now. But the game is something to behold. It's funny. But here we are at the London Stadium for Manchester United's game this week. Is West Ham hosting Manchester United. I'll let them do the chant. So as you can tell, a packed stadium here at London, or in London, at the London Stadium. West Ham fans probably taking up the majority of those seats, as you can tell by the chants. There's many new signings in as I could. There's a couple that weren't available just because they're too young to be in the game this year. I can't wait till FIFA 22 comes out and I can stop doing this. Yes, I'm still using Rashford as well for United just because, although I don't really care about injuries in these simulations, I'm just putting out the best squads and see what happens. And because I'm putting out the best squads, there is no chance Fred will ever be starting. Also, to mention, I'm not going to be playing in this match. It's just a simulation. It is going to be the computer figuring out who's going to win. Declan Rice, the captain of West Ham, could be coming to United next summer, perhaps. There's rumours he'd come this summer, but he hasn't, obviously. And we kick off at the London Stadium. Let's get these predictions done. Usually I get them done in the first half, then by the second half we're just watching a football match in the background, see what happens. But I've got it written down on my Google document. I've finally updated that, and I'm actually ahead of the curve at the moment. But the problem is I need to find where it is. So bear with me as the game goes on in the background. I'm hoping, obviously, United win, but I doubt it. Not my luck. I'm on the wrong Google account. That might be why I can't find it. Once I've found... Oh, we got a goal. Who scored it? Once I find the fucking Google document, we can get to the predictions. Oh, Bruno! If the simulation is ringing true, it'll be 5 in 5. I wanted to update some on my other account. Oh, there's a goal in the simulation. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this to open on my phone. I'm an idiot. Honestly, I should just go on my YouTube video and get off of there. I don't know why it took me so long to think about that, honestly. It's been a long week, like I said. So, to kick off, the game that's going on in real life right now is actually the score I'm predicting it to be. I've put Newcastle 1, Leeds United 1. It's currently 1-1. One of them will get a winner and spoil it for me, but 1-1 for that. I think they're both evenly matched teams. And I think they've both got the quality to get a goal each, which they have proven so far. Rafinha for Leeds and some Maximan for Newcastle. And I think it's going to end 1-1. I predicted that before the ball was kicked, just for the record. But I think it's going to end like that. For the next game, it is Wolves versus Brentford. Every time I've said it, I've said, oh, there'll be a lot of goals in this Brentford game. And Brentford have not scored a lot of goals. I expected Ivan Toney to be on like 4 or 5 right now. Trying to help keep Brentford up. But he's only scored 1, I think, this season so far. And Brentford haven't scored a lot. And that is why I've put this as a 1-0 win for Wolves. They got their steam back a little bit last weekend. I believe it was Watford they played with a 2-0 victory. And they're going to get another win, this time against Brentford. It's only going to be 1-0. It's going to be a slender 1-0 win. Brentford are going to defend well, but Wolves will break the deadlock. I think it'll be Jimenez who breaks that deadlock. But yeah, 1-0 to Wolves in that one. Up next, it is Norwich versus Watford. 2 early relegation favourites is what I've seen over the predictions of the Premier League tables. And Norwich have kind of come through with that relegation prediction. Bruno would have finished, to be fair. But yeah, Norwich bottom, so they've not really proven anything yet. And I think it'll continue that way. It could honestly go either way, but I've put it down here as my prediction is a 1-0 to Watford. Another slender lead kind of game. It won't be a fucking smashing like Norwich have been on the receiving end of most of the season, except for the Leicester game. But yeah, 1-0 slight win. It's not going to be a massive win. Now for Burnley versus Arsenal. Honestly, this is a difficult one to predict because realistically Arsenal should be winning this without any hassle at all. The way they've started this season, the fact that they barely beat Norwich, Aubameyang helping them to a 1-0 win last weekend, it was a slender win against Norwich. I can't believe it was only 1-0. Arsenal should have... The Arsenal that you expect should have been beating that 3 or 4-0, really. Or maybe a 2-0. I don't know. More goals than 1 is the point I'm trying to make. And normally you predict Arsenal to beat Burnley. But what I've gone for is a 1-1 draw. And I honestly think Burnley will score and Arsenal will have to try and save it. Turf Moor is not an easy place to go, as it is. And with Arsenal's torrid start to the season, it's not going to be easy for them to get a win here. And I don't think they will. I think they'll draw. Now for this next one, Manchester City Southampton. I can already probably tell you firsthand that I've got this wrong before it even happens. But the thing is, I predicted the score because everyone's going to be tired from the midweek Champions League game. Pep, in his little invitation to the game, said, oh, the players will be tired, but we invite as many people to come to Etihad and watch the game. I have said 2-0 Manchester City. And the odds are it's probably going to be more than that. It's probably going to be 3 or 4-0, another big win for City. But I'm going to say 2-0 because I just don't know how tired the players are going to be. And I just think it's going to be not easy. It's going to be a 2-0 victory, in my opinion, to Manchester City. I could be wrong, but that is what it's going to be. Also, actually, while we're on the subject of Champions League, I was going to do the Champions League group stage games predictions as well, but with work being like a pain in the ass this week, and with the fact that my mouth has been sore the majority of this week, I haven't been able to do the Champions League ones. The only reason I would have done the Champions League ones is because Manchester United are in the Champions League. But maybe later on I'll do a little predictions of the group stages in their entirety. I don't know, we'll see on that one. But up next, we've got Liverpool and Crystal Palace. And I think every Liverpool game so far this season, I've been one goal off. Getting it right, getting it spot on. Every time I've said 2-0, it's been 3-0. When I've said 3-0, it's been 2-0. Or 3-1, like it was last weekend. Or it was actually 3-0 to Liverpool, and I said 3-1. Looking back through this now. For Liverpool the week before, I said 2-2, and it was 1-1. Either way, Liverpool have always seemed to be a goal off. I always seem to be close, but no cigar. So I'm probably going to be the same again. It'll probably end up being a different score to what I put here. But I've put 2-0 to Liverpool. Crystal Palace last weekend with a massive win over Spurs. A surprise win over Spurs as well. Odson Edouard. What a debut coming from Celtic to Crystal Palace. Getting 2 goals quite quickly and brilliantly, I might as well add. What performance from him. But yeah, 2-0 Liverpool. I think Crystal Palace might slow down a bit here against Liverpool. I was thinking of going for a 2-1 or a 3-1 potentially, and Edouard getting a goal for Palace. But I'm going to assume Alisson will keep a clean sheet and it will end 2-0. And speaking of ending, the first half has ended on the simulation in the background. Bruno, the only one to score a goal in this first half. The deadlock broken by Manchester United. And we haven't even got to the Manchester United West Ham prediction yet. We've still got 4 more matches to do. But I'll do them in a second. We'll just load into the second half. I'm paying a lot of attention to the game in the background actually. Man United have been dominated by the looks of the stats. But full attention hasn't been paid. Let's go straight on and continue. There's no point in wasting time. Up next on the predictions is Aston Villa and Everton. Now I was thinking possibly a low scoring game for this one, but both teams have good talents and players who could whip a goal up out of nowhere. That being said, I don't think one team can decisively beat the other. So what I've put for this one is a 2-2 draw. What should be a 0-0 with 3 red cards, something like that. But I'm going to say, yeah, a 2-2 draw between Aston Villa and Everton. I think that's probably a safe bet. I don't know if it's the right bet, but it's a safe bet. They'll cancel each other out, but they'll have goals involved in there. Up next, Brighton and Leicester. I've got Leicester here as I've put 2-1 to Leicester. Because when I put it to the big win for Leicester, they've won by a slim margin. Or hell, even lost 4-1. See West Ham for that one. But I think it's going to be a slim win for Leicester. And honestly, Leicester, if they're going to go towards the European spots, they need to get in gear. They've won 2 and lost 2. But one of the losses was a 4-1, like I said, to the team that's being played on simulation right now, West Ham. But it's a massive loss for them. They need to get something going. They need to get a run of form consistency going if they want to aim for the European places again, aim for 5th again. Possibly even higher, I don't know. But yeah, 2-1 Leicester. I think they'll just coast past Brighton. Not by much, but I think Leicester will go 2-0 up and Brighton will get one back kind of thing. Rather than Leicester having to fight for the game. Ronaldo can't quite get there ahead of Areola on the simulation there. Up next is West Ham versus Man United. And I've actually got a fun start here. Every game so far predicted a 3-1 win for Man United. Obviously, I don't even know if has it come to fruition once yet? It hasn't. It hasn't come to fruition. I said 3-1 between Man United and Leeds. It was 5-1. I said 3-1 between Man United and Southampton. It was a 1-1 draw. I said 3-1 between Wolves and Man United. It was a 1-0 win. And I said 3-1 between Man United and Newcastle. I was so bloody close. Lingard decided, I'll just get a 4th in the last minute. 4-1 win last weekend. I shouldn't be complaining, but I want some of these scores to be right. I've been either 1 goal off or a couple of goals off so many times. It's close. There's only a few I've actually got dead on. But I haven't gone 3-1 again. I haven't gone far off it, but I haven't gone 3-1 again. It's going to be a grind. And I was honestly thinking of doing 1-0 like the simulation has shown so far. But West Ham will score because we've got De Gea in net. And after the horror of the Champions League midweek fixture against Young Boys, De Gea's got something to prove. But I'm going to say 2-1 Man United. We'll grind through. It'll be a scrappy game. I don't want to predict a draw because I want us to win. But we'll grind through, in my opinion. For the final game of the weekend, then. This probably is going to be wrong. I have put Spurs 1, Chelsea 3. And the reason I've done this is because Crystal Palace embarrassed Spurs last weekend. And they've got Tanganga suspended. I don't know who they're going to use to replace him because I don't really know the Spurs squad, if I'm being honest. I haven't really paid too much attention to the Spurs squad. They'll have someone good enough to fill that spot. But I think losing to Crystal Palace and drawing to Rennes in midweek as well in the European Conference is not going to do their confidence any favours heading to this game with Chelsea. I think Chelsea will score a bit for fun in this one, but not out of hand. I think Spurs will keep it at a 3. But they will score one back as well through Son, maybe. Oh, Son's injured, isn't he? I think Son's actually injured. I don't know, but they'll score one from somewhere. They're going to concede 3, though. I'm going to say, yeah, 3-1 to Chelsea. And those are my predictions for this week. We'll watch up till the end of the simulation. I will go over my results, or my predictions here, as well as possibly the full-time Newcastle Leeds score. We're in the 85th minute, and it is 1-1. I don't know if it'll be delayed. I don't know if we'll be able to delay it enough to have a definitive ending to that match and me to be able to see what the full-time score is, unless they just have no injury time. I think this is 85 minutes at the moment. So if we can hold it for 5 minutes, lads, maybe if West Ham get the equaliser, we could take another Premier League match extra time like last weekend. Just for the record, I don't want them to get the equaliser, but you never know in this game, do you? Fornals is on the corner, but before that happens, United making a substitution. Pogba for Matic.
Coming onto the pitch, number 31, Nemanja Matic.
Looks like we're going to try and defend this 1-goal lead. I'm kind of annoyed this weekend because I can't drink, but it's not the end of the world. I can't drink because I mentioned earlier the lump in my mouth. I've got on tablets for it to hopefully try and sort it out. And you're not able to drink alcohol while you're having the tablets, which I'm not good. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's probably one of the worst weeks in a while for me. So it would have been nice to have a drink though, just to relax a bit. But you can't really, do it if you've been advised not to. So I'm not going to. Nearly at the end of the game here. I'm just going to let it play out and then we'll go over the predictions. And that'll be that. I'll say something. I can already tell what's going to happen. It'll be 1-1 in the Newcastle Leeds game until I end the video. I'll end the video about 3 minutes before the actual game ends. And then one of them will score a winner. Luke Shaw coming up for Alex Tellez for the last 4 minutes. I know that Tellez, I believe, is also injured in real life. But honestly, I don't care. As long as they play at Man United, they can play in the team. Injuries don't play a part in these simulations. You mentioned as well, same goes for the other teams. It's just the best 11 I can put out for them. I thought Vlasic should equalise then. We might be going to Premier League extra time, but De Gea saving at his near post. It's a good little ball in from Cresswell. Vlasic tries to put it near post, but De Gea is ready for it. Very close to the end here. West Ham corner. Cresswell towards Mikel Antonio. It's headed away. Uh-oh. Don't you dare. Don't you dare equalise. Oh, good tackle. My cat's just tipped the cat food box over, despite the fact that he's literally just been fed. I just hurried it go then. We could get a second maybe, Yeah, through to Tellez, into the box, perhaps, into the box, perhaps, into the box. Box. I mean, I was about to complain that Fred took the shot there, but that was a mad shot. I was like, game over. I thought it went for a corner. Well, in the simulation, it's a 1-0 win for Man United. An early goal for Bruno gives us the 3 points at the London Stadium. Will that occur in real life? Honestly, it'll be a 1-goal difference. I've gone for 2-1, but it really could be 1-0. I guess we'll see. One thing I do know is that the goal was scored by Bruno. And if that happens in real life, it'll be 5-5 for the midfield man. I think, honestly, it might be a CR7 that gets a goal tomorrow if he's playing. But we'll see. And the Newcastle Leeds game is 89 minutes. We're just going to say it's 1-1. One of them will score a winner, probably, not my luck. But I predicted 1-1 for it. And at the moment, it is 1-1. So, good start to the weekend, if I've got it right. So, just to go over all the predictions before I sign off for this one, we have got Newcastle 1, Leeds United 1, Wolves 1, Brentford 0, Norwich 0, Watford 1, Burnley 1, Arsenal 1, Manchester City 2, Southampton 0, Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0, Aston Villa 2, Everton 2, Brighton 1, Leicester 2, West Ham 1, Manchester United 2, and Spurs 1, Chelsea 3. So I hope you guys have enjoyed another Match Week 5 predictions. Well, it's not another Match Week 5 predictions, it's the first Match Week 5 predictions. But I hope you guys have enjoyed another predictions video. Whether I'm completely wrong or completely right, we'll find out if you look at the spreadsheet in the description. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed the Premier League football this weekend as well. And I'll see you next weekend for some more Match Week predictions.